Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be talking about runDisney. The reason why is because I signed up for a runDisney race. Today is actually 13 days until the race, and I just wanted to show you guys what equipment I use to train, tell you a little bit about why I decided to do a runDisney, and I wanted to show you my costume. So I'll start with why I decided to do a runDisney. So every year for the past couple of years, I have been applying to become a Plan Disney panelist. I never make it past round one. I always get let down in the very first round. And this year I said to Steve, if I don't make it on the panel this year, I'd really like to do a runDisney event. And another reason why I wanted to do a runDisney this year is because this is the last year of my 30s. I have been wanting to do a run for a while, ever since I recovered from my C-section with my 5th child. And I wanted to do something special. I guess I want to prove to myself that even though I'm getting older, I can still do things. I want to kind of check something off of the bucket list, and just do something that I really never thought I would be able to do. And the reason why I didn't think I'd be able to do it is because when I was given the okay to exercise after having my C-section back in 2020, I decided I was going to try to do a 5K, and I started training for that by walking. I did the method of the couch to 5K, and I couldn't even walk. I couldn't even walk a mile, let alone a 5K. So it was really frustrating. It was really disappointing, because I never had to have a C-section before, and I always recovered very easily. I did have my 5th baby later in life, I guess. I was 35 when I had her, so that could be why, but maybe just the surgery in general didn't agree with me. But it took a very long time for me to heal from the C-section and to actually feel like I could do something and get back to my normal self. So just training for this run has just been such a huge accomplishment in my personal life. And it has given me a lot of confidence, and it has increased my ability to, I guess, tackle something that maybe is a little bit out of my comfort zone. So the thing about this run is that because I wanted to do the run before I turned 40, I wanted to have something done before I turned 40, there was only one race left, and that race just happened to be a 10-miler. And so I wasn't sure about it. I kind of waited a while. I decided to think about it because I really wasn't sure if I was going to be able to run 10 miles. I do have asthma, so that is something that also restricts me. But I just decided, you know what? Like they say, go big or go home. And I signed up, and I signed myself up along with my 2 older daughters. Now I'm training for a 10-mile. The last thing that I've done at this point was 8 miles. That's the farthest that I've gone, with 13 days left until the race. I didn't follow any training plans, so to speak. I kind of just, because of my asthma, I really just listened to my body and didn't push myself. So once I felt like it was enough, like once I felt like I couldn't do anymore, I just stopped, and I was able to increase, and I am keeping a 16-minute per mile pace, which is what you need in order to finish the race. So the thing about Disney races is that it is very first-timer friendly, from what I hear. It is very easy to accomplish, I guess. That people say that it's easy to accomplish. I don't know. I haven't done it yet. You do have to keep a pace of at least 16 minutes per mile or you will get swept. And when you're swept, basically they pick you up and they take you to the finish line and the race is over for you. So I really don't want that to happen. I'm trying to come to terms with the fact that it may happen. And if it does, I just need to look back at this video or just look back at my experience and know that even if I didn't finish, I did accomplish something. So just trying to keep positive, trying to get that in my mind, because right now I feel like if I don't finish, I will probably cry. And I don't want to feel, this is not something that I wanted to do to make me feel bad. It was something I wanted to do to make me feel good. So I have to try to keep my mindset on the fact that every little step is an accomplishment in some way. I have been looking forward to this for months, and I feel really emotional when I think about crossing the finish line. So if I'm crying, it's because I feel emotional that I did something, but I definitely feel emotional about crossing the finish line. This is a huge deal for me. This is just such a big goal. I mean, this is something that I honestly feel like, what was I thinking? And I am afraid that I'm not going to be able to do it. It's the reality. I mean, when you've never really done anything like this before and it's completely new and it's such a big obstacle, I think if it was a 5K, I would be totally like, this, I got this, you know? Even a 10K, because getting up to 6 miles, it's not terrible for me. It's pretty easy, but the 10 miles, it's like once I get to a certain point, I want to die. Like, I want to cry because the back of my legs are hurting. I don't want to do it anymore. It's too much. So, and I've only gotten up to 8 miles, so I have to go 2 miles past that on the race day. That's why I need to get the 10 miles in and get the confidence that I need, because I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to do this. I have been doing all of my training on a treadmill. So I did buy a treadmill for this. I'm going to show it to you. The treadmill is actually in my bedroom. So this is the treadmill. It's actually right next to my bed. So when I wake up in the morning, I see it and I say, I'm not going to do that right now. No, this room gets a lot of natural light because of the windows. There are 3 against the wall. And so having the light in the room really does motivate me more. But I got the Super Fit, and this is actually something you can fold up and put underneath your bed or underneath your desk at work. And it's very lightweight. So you do have to be under 190 pounds. And it is, my husband said it's for a tiny person, which I'm only 5 foot. So for me, this worked out really, really well. And it was a perfect size, and it was just a perfect fit for me. I'm gonna plug it in and I'm gonna turn it on for you. I'm gonna show you how it works. So you turn it on right there. And it's a pretty nice one because it was not very expensive at all. I think it was just over $200 on Amazon. It has the ability to, the music is playing because I have my phone on downstairs for the baby. So it just connected to the Bluetooth of my phone, and it plays music out of the speakers over here. So you don't even have to wear headphones when you run. You could just turn it on here. And then in order to start it, you just press the start button. It starts you off at 0.6 miles per hour, and then you can increase the speed all the way up to 7.5 miles per hour, which I never even, I don't run that fast. I pretty much keep my pace at 4.5, and I jog it, and I also walk at that pace. And that is the pace that I found is the best for me with my asthma. It doesn't make me feel, it doesn't really exasperate my asthma. There's an automatic 3.3 miles per hour. You can do a 30-minute exercise. You can do it for a distance like 1 mile. You could do 2 miles. You could do 3 miles. You could just change the features to, you know, fit your exercise. And so it was pretty nice. There's also this emergency where if I fell off of it and this was hooked onto me, it would turn off so I wouldn't get hurt. And yeah, so this was really nice. This is where I did all of my training. I never went outside. So that's the equipment that we used. And if you know anything about a Run Disney event, and Run Disney events are really fun and people wear costumes and they bound, which is just dressing like a Disney character. And so because I don't want to be wearing something that's going to be uncomfortable, especially since I'm doing a 10 mile, I just really got active wear that looks like a character. And the theme for our run is Toy Story. It's the Toy Story 10 miler. And so I did get a Toy Story costume, or a Toy Story bound, which I'm going to show you what I got. So this is what I got for myself. It is Bo Peep. And the reason why I chose Bo Peep is because I really feel like her character arc is similar to my life, being a stay-at-home mom, and just the journey that I went on and the journey that she went on in her growth and everything. And so it says, "I lead, you follow," which, if you remember in Toy Story 4, they are going into the toy store to rescue Forky, and she tells Woody, "I lead, you follow." And that is a major character shift for her, because she's usually the damsel in distress type, you know, little Bo Peep has lost her sheep, and she was always rooting for Woody, being like his right hand lady, and now she's kind of like, you know, in charge herself. And I just kind of relate to that at this point in my life. Anyways, I got these shorts, which I got these on Amazon. These are awesome running shorts. They have a small pocket in the back. I actually have a black pair that I use for my swimming. I like to wear shorts over my swimsuit, just because I'm chasing around a toddler. And it has these little, you know, mesh underwear inside, so that it just gives you a little bit of modesty. But that's that. One of my daughters is going to be bounding as Disgust from Inside Out. It's her favorite character. She likes her shorts to be a little longer, so we went with the yoga style shorts. I got these on Amazon as well. And I got these 2 shirts on Etsy. I got them from different Etsy sellers, and I will link the sellers in the description box below, and then also the activewear that we got, just in case anybody's interested. So yeah, this is a crop top. They had a dress, they had a tank, they had so many different styles of shirts, but it's really cute. It feels like it'll be cooling. I don't know if she'll sweat to death in it. But this is what my other daughter got. She really likes Soul, and she got this one. We got this on Etsy as well. Running is good for the soul. She just went with an active tank top, and she also got the same shorts as me. As you can see, it has the mesh underwear on the inside, same pocket on the back, and yeah, so this is what she got, and this is how we will be dressed for the run. It's our flat selves here. And I also got sweatbands for our foreheads just to keep the sweat out of our eyes and from dripping down our heads, because when I was running on the treadmill here, even though I had the fan on and the windows open, I was still getting really hot, and the sweat dripping is really distracting. So we did get the sweatbands. I also ended up getting waist belts, that holds 2 small waters, because I was told that sometimes they run out of water, even though there's water stations throughout the course. I was told that sometimes they run out of water, so it's good to have your own. And plus, I don't want to be running and then have to wait until I get to a water station to quench my thirst, because even on the treadmill, I had my water right next to me, and when I wanted it, I wanted it. So I did that just to be comfortable. We're gonna test out the waist belts on our next run, just to make sure that everything is good and we're comfortable wearing it and it's not like too much. But I also need to bring an inhaler for my asthma, so I need to put that in the belt, and just anything else that I might think of needing. So runDisney events can be pretty complicated from what I understand and what I've experienced. So you basically sign up for these things months in advance, like 6 to 8 months in advance. And then you don't get any information until the weeks before the run. So for example, I haven't gotten a course map yet. I just found out about the expo yesterday, and I don't know what roads are going to be closed. We are going to drive. We're not using Disney transportation. We are going to drive, so I don't have any of the information as of yet. So yeah, the course maps we haven't gotten yet. So during race week, you are going to experience road closures. So for us, we have a dining reservation. On their website, it says that there will be road closures that lead to the resort because of the race and on certain days. So it's definitely going to affect travel times. So you definitely want to keep that in mind when you're visiting. There's just like, this is such a, it's such a huge thing that I think that I'm probably going to miss things in this video. Like, I'm not an expert, I'm just sharing my experience. And so there are so many things that you need to know about the race, and I guess you could just kind of sign up and then go do it. But I think that knowing ahead of time what to expect and what to do is a lot more helpful. And so that is why I decided to not just record this for myself, but to also put it on YouTube, because I figured it might help somebody in the future, because I'm basically doing this blind. I don't really know, I don't have any close friends that have done this to just kind of say, oh yeah, this or that. So I did join a group, which I highly recommend for anything that you're doing Disney that you have never done before, like any of the holiday parties or like this runDisney stuff. Join a Facebook group, because there is one that's specifically for people, start them specifically for each race. So the one that I'm in right now is specific to the Springtime Surprise 2023 runDisney event. And they have general runDisney groups, but this one is specific, and you'll find specific groups for every race that goes forward. So you want to join a group, you can ask people questions. A lot of the people in there are seasoned runDisney racers. They go all the time, you know, they have a lot of information. They're also runners. So like, for example, I was looking for a belt. I asked if somebody would help me out and give me some recommendations, and I got recommendations. And it's just community, and that's really what I enjoy about Disney, is the community that it offers. There's just so many people just coming together for, you know, with the love of the same thing, and it's really nice. And a lot of the Disney community is very just very kind, very thoughtful. They always want to help you out, and I think it's great. So definitely join a Facebook group. So the next thing that I wanted to talk about was the Memory Maker. And so if you don't know what Memory Maker is the photo pass. So you buy it, you can buy a 1 day for $69, or you can buy for the length of your trip for $199. And for me, I'm not going to use it the entire length of my trip, because we're not going to be going into any parks during this visit. I just did the 1 day Memory Maker, so I paid $69.99. And when I pick up my bib when I go to the expo and pick up my bib is going to have information on the back telling me how to link my bib to my Memory Maker account and, well, to my Memory Maker purchase. And when I am running, the PhotoPass photographers will take my photo and store it for me, and then I can retrieve it somehow. So I will definitely be showing that when I get my bib. I will show that in the next video. Another thing about the Facebook groups is that a lot of the people will buy the Memory Maker for themselves, and you can add, I guess it's up to 4 different bibs per Memory Maker, and they will sell you a spot. So you only have to pay $10, and then they'll send you via email or however they do it all of your photos that your bib number is in. So it's a way to share the cost with somebody. If it's kind of expensive for you, this $70 for me, I'm gonna put 3 people on my Memory Maker anyway with me and my 2 daughters. So that's why I didn't do that. But I know that a lot of people were doing that, and hey, if you could save some money and you could get your pictures for $10 instead of $70, why not, right? I don't know what the video for race day is going to look like, because from what I see on other people's vlogs is that the track is very dark. So I'm gonna do my best. I would really like to share it with everybody. I'm really excited about it. So even if nobody watches it, I would like to be able to go back and see it for myself, or like, you know, let my kids see it. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for coming along with me on this journey if you continue watching. And thank you for being part of my Disney-driven world, and I will see you next time.